Welcome! My name is Emma. I've run out of incense to give you a cleanse, but I have a candle lit here. So, almost does the same thing. We can take a deep breath. Lovely. I'll give you a little fit check. I feel very cute today. Today I want to talk about ego. For a very long time I thought ego was just people who thought they were better than others. But even the most humble of people, even the kindest of people, we all have an ego. Everybody has an ego. And it shows up differently for everybody. Your ego is the thing that doesn't want you to change for the better. Your ego wants you to stay in your problematic, self-destructive cycles that keep you in the same spot in life instead of growing naturally like you should. I've talked about ego in a couple of my videos that I've posted already and how it keeps you in the same cycle. Your ego may definitely make you feel better than others. And that kind of goes back to the video I was talking about yesterday. If you're using other people as an excuse for the reason why you're not doing something you want to do, that's definitely your ego. You're putting someone down so you can put yourself above, justify what you're doing when you could be doing something else, something good for you. That's your ego keeping you in the same cycle. Your ego is scared of something new. Your ego is scared to be someone else. Your ego wants you to feed in to the bad, feed into what's not good for your soul, feed into the opposite of what you'd like. Your ego wants you to believe that it's your entire world causing your problems instead of your inner world. And your inner world is actually what dictates your outer world. So, this is like basically all of population. They think their state, how they feel, their happiness is all because of their surroundings. But they don't realize that their surroundings are that way because of their inner world, of the conflict and the cycles they won't break out of in here. If you've ever had an oh shit moment where you are doing some inner healing or some part of you hasn't been fulfilled and you don't know why and you're confused why it's not changing, and then you go, holy fuck, it's not because of my outside world, it's not because of my relationship, it's not because of my workplace, it's not because of my home life, it's because of me. It's because a part of me I have not healed. It's because there's a little kid in me who doesn't know what's going on. And your ego holds on to that. Your ego holds on to every possible thing to keep you stuck, to keep you in the same place. You can have multiple ego deaths. It takes more than just one for it to get all of it out of your system. Your ego will go once you let go of all the old. I had a bit of an ego death recently, and it actually caused my video titled Grieving. So you can go read that, or you can go watch that. But for a very long time, ever since I was a kid, I've had this same feeling of unfulfillment, particularly in my relationships. And I was so confused why that feeling wasn't being filled up in my now relationship. And I was so confused because he has healed me in my inner child in so many ways, where I was like, well, why is this one part of me still not being fulfilled and still not being healed if he's done all that for me? And you are the only person who can truly heal you, but outside sources can help you and can motivate you and can give you new perspectives into healing. But there is always this part of me, and I'm so familiar with this part of me because I felt it ever since I was a kid. And I had this moment where I was with my boyfriend, and I realized, oh, okay, it's not his fault. And I knew it wasn't his fault that it wasn't getting fulfilled. That's why I was confused, because He always gives me what I need. He gives me what I deserve all the time. There's nothing less of that. So I was like, there's this part of me when it's not being filled up, and it's because I needed to fill it up myself. And that was a really hard realization for my ego to have, because I had spent my whole life searching for it externally. And I know that to heal you have to look inward, but this is just one thing that it didn't even cross my mind, since I spent so long looking for it externally. I didn't even realize to stop and think, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the reason. And that's what the ego does. It even blinds you to these things. It makes you truly believe that it is outside of yourself, and that's why it becomes such a big ego death. It becomes such a big sense of dread, because you realize, oh my god, this is my fault. Or not that it's my fault, but it is because of me. I don't like the word fault, because my life and my upbringing that brought me that feeling of unfulfillment is not my fault. I didn't do that to me. That was just my life. But I'm the only person who can ever fulfill that feeling. And even since just having that realization, the feeling has kind of dwindled away, just because I put awareness on it. I kind of enlightened it a little bit and let it go. I did like this 5-page journaling, and I really wrote down all the reasons how this brought me here. And it really felt freeing to kind of detach from that feeling of unfulfillment. Your ego thinks it's protecting you. Your ego thinks that it's doing what's good for you, and that's why it's doing what it does. It keeps you in these cycles because it's what you're used to. It's what you know, and your ego is scared of something it doesn't know. Your ego doesn't want to experience something new in case it brings something bad again for yourself, to protect yourself. But if you're healing yourself, but if you're making new decisions and you're putting yourself on a path of balance, then you can let go of that. You can experience new things and be safe. You can make new decisions and be safe. It's not going to be scary, especially if you're only doing good for you. If you are doing something self-destructive, it is your ego's fault. It is your ego keeping you on a path that you're used to, but you're ready for something new. You're ready for something different, and that's okay. Let your body know that. Let your ego know that. If you ever have a sense of unfulfillment that feels so hard to fill, look inward. Look inward and heal yourself. Heal that child in you. I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.